Well, hello, Internet peoples. Welcome to the Tycho Dragon Show. And today, what we're going to be talking about is something I think a lot of people need in today's world. You see, online, you can have many interactions with people you'll never meet. Hundreds, thousands of people all converging together at the same place is bound for all types of emotions to fly and flow all throughout our spaces. Now, here's the truth about people is that no matter what happens, some people will always be terrible. They're just terrible people. They are aggressive. They always have to be right about everything. They have to push and pull and trick you and say snide remarks and bitch and complain and whine. You can't change that. You will never change that. It's a fact of life. There are lots of terrible people in this world. People who are nasty, people who are shitty, people who are just downright horrible, racist, against everything and everyone. Now, you can't change this. So when you go online, you have to remember always that you're interacting with these people. You're interacting with cool people as well. I mean, that's the wonder of modern society, is that we are all together into one community. But never forget the fact that you're also interacting with some supreme pieces of fucking shit out there. And when you get that comment or you are looking online and you see something, don't give a fuck. It's so easy. Because, whatever social media you are on, Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you're gonna come across people who are just fucking shitty human beings. And there's nothing you can do about it, I've met in person and online tons of just shithole people. Shithole fucking people who just say things just to be snarky, bitchy, fucking horrible. And that's the truth of this world, is that, you can't change that fact about humanity. Some humans just suck. They just fucking suck. And you can't fix it. You really can't fix it. So you have to let it not bother you. And I think one of the biggest problems with today's mental health crisis is that people forget this fact. They forget that deep down some people are just terrible, and they just are. You can't change it. But what you can do to combat it, and this is a very important thing to recall, to remember in today's society, that these people can't do anything to you online. You ever hear the phrase sticks and stones? Well, that's truth. Until someone physically or attacks you in a way that is personal, not comments online, not fucking anything, banning you for saying something you don't like or something. It doesn't mean anything. You just have to laugh in their face. It's the best thing ever to do, and this has worked so many times for me. You just laugh in their face, because ultimately nothing they say can do anything to you. They have no fealty over you, and if they do have any fealty over you, if they do have any control over you, you also have to let that not hurt you. If you have someone in your family who sucks, just don't let it hurt you. Don't let it touch you. You can control them. And until you come to this realization, they do control you. People are deeply shitty in today's world. They're deeply terrible. They're terrible people, selfish people, people who only care about themselves, no one else, and they think that the whole world is against them. and they think that everyone else besides them is bad. And you know what? Isn't that the truth of what it means to be a human being? Is that they self-preservation is everything to us as a species. We want to live. We want to succeed. And in today's modern society, those ideals are always clashing against each other, battering and breaking each other. And, you know, some things are just never good enough for people. You know, if you have a partner that you broke up with or you got divorced from, you'll notice that there's just something about them it's never good enough. It's never good enough. Never good enough. You can give someone a big ass house. You can give some people thousands of dollars per month in just gifts. It's just never good enough for some people, and they will never have happiness in that sense, because the truth is, it's just never good enough for some people. Some people are in a way that they will never find what they're looking for. They will never find what they're looking for because they wouldn't know what to do with it if they got it. And that is just a sad fact, you know? So some people think that they can just win an online argument. You can't. There's no winning or losing online. When you're talking to a random stranger that you'll never probably ever see or meet again in your life, there's no win, there's no losing. It's all banter, it's all back and forth, it's all rhetoric. It's senseless communication, and I find it very interesting. And I mean, you would call this trolling technically, but when you piss someone off just a little bit, when you push that button, when you don't give them the satisfaction of something, it's freeing, you know? There's so many people in our daily world who just, they sit online and they see, they just have to be right. They have to be right about everything. And they spend their whole lives trying to do that. Everybody is guilty of that. And they always have something to prove. You know, some people, they're posting on Instagram or Facebook or wherever their lavish life and their yacht or their kids and their families, and they're playing about doing whatever. They're trying to show something. They're trying to show that they're happy. But isn't it true that most happy people in this world, you know, they're not in it for the views. They're not. They have moments that are special. It doesn't involve other people. It doesn't involve online. It doesn't involve likes, shares, subscribes. It's just peace. That is what's ultimately every human being is looking for, no matter what they think of. You know, going to the biggest clubs and being famous or whatever the fuck they want. Everybody just, peace is the only thing that really means anything. Because everything else is just, you know, back and forth between other people. People will always try and take something from you. It's true. People will just always try and fucking take something from you. Always want something from you. They always want your peace. They want a piece of your happiness. And unless you give it to them, they'll never get it. So that's today's lesson. Is that don't let it bother you that some people are just shitty. Accept the fact that some people are just fucking terrible. You know, some people go around and it's like everybody's their friend, everybody's nice, peace, love, unity, happiness. It's not this world. That'll never be this world. Some people are just rotten. There's no fixing them. They'll never be better. They'll just hate and be a terrible part of the world. That's their whole existence, and they'll never change. They'll never fucking change, and they can't change. So don't let that bother you. Don't let it bother you. And if you see someone post something fucking negative to you, just fucking laugh at them, because they can't do anything unless you let them. You can't let people steal your peace. Because there's plenty of people, plenty of things in today's modern society that can steal the peace from you. So don't let random strangers take any peace from you. Strangers are people you know alike, because there's plenty of people you know that will fucking steal every little piece of happiness from you if you let them. So yeah, thank you for the video. Thank you for tuning in to the Tycho Dragon Show. I hope you found these philosophical insights very insightful. Tune in, and remember, tune out.